here on Lake Washington. I'm Jim Hendrick, along with Dick Crippen. We're getting set for the final field. Winner take all. Dick, we've seen some tremendous battles here in preliminary heats today.
Some of the best racing that we have seen all year. And in lane 1 today will be the Miss T Plus for the final heat of the day. Winston Eagle with Mark Tate driving in lane number 2. Lane 3 will be the Miss Budweiser, owned by Bernie Little, driven by backup driver Scott Pierce. Kellogg's Tony the Tiger, Mike Hansen out of Madison, Indiana, the U6 in lane 4. Lane 5 is the Tide, George Woods Jr. Pietro's American Spirit, repaired and back in the race, is in lane 6, and the trailer boat about 20 seconds off the lead pack will be the Miss Rock, Nate Brown.
What a sight this is, Dick. 6 across the front, 1 trailing. Winner take all. Boy, is this going to be a race.
Well, they've got all the power boats out in front, and I mean power with quotes on it. And there you see the Winston Eagle, Mark Tate, as he tries to take the lead right off the bat. The Miss Budweiser's moving up through that rooster tail. We'll see if Scott Pierce can get his pedal down far enough to get enough speed out of that boat to catch the Winston Eagle. As they come through, Winston Eagle gets a little bit of the lightness going, waves to the crowd, comes through the turn.
He's got a problem. He's got a problem. He's going down. He took too much air. He'll have to restart. And Budweiser takes over at completion of lap number 1 at 131.052 mile an hour.
Great job of driving. Scotty Pierce just waiting back there. Now he's tiptoeing across the top of the water. He was waiting for something to happen to the Winston Eagle. It did. Winston Eagle is trying to restart as the rest of the pack leaves him behind now, and the Miss Budweiser is in command. Still trying to get up on the outside is the Tide boat. There's George Woods Jr. Hometown entry. He'd like to take this one if he could. He's been coming on strong all the time. We might say also that the Tide boat in the last race lost the sponson. They've rebuilt it, and according to George, the boat is riding better now with the new sponson than it was with the one that broke up on him.
Look at him come on right now. He's going to take the lead for the Budweiser. He lost canards today. He lost steering today. Here he is challenging for the lead on the Miss Budweiser at the completion of lap number 2 and into the first turn for the 3rd time.
George Woods Jr. may be the story of this race. He has challenged for and taken the lead momentarily from the Miss Budweiser. Scotty Pierce now looking at that rooster tail saying, I think I can, I think I can. He puts the pedal down one more time. He's slowly gaining on the inside. He's got to watch out, though. The Miss Budweiser getting a little bit light coming down there. He backs it off as they come into the turns. And again, George Woods Jr. takes it by about half a boat length. They come out of the turn, almost tied. Look at them both popping out of the water.
What a battle the Winston Eagle has restarted. He's starting to come up, and he could be a challenge, too, before this is over. We've just gotten word from the tower as we look at a deck-to-deck battle, and this is going to break the hearts of the Miss Budweiser fans. Scott Pierce destroyed a buoy. He has been penalized an extra lap. There is your leader, the Tide.
So the Tide boat, unaware at this point that the Miss Budweiser has been penalized that lap, only knows one thing: he wants to stay out in front. Meanwhile, Mike Hansen is back in 4th place. The checkered flag is coming out for the Tide. George Woods Jr. can look up on the stand and see it. He gets a tremendous ovation from the crowd. A hometown winner, George Woods Jr. This crew has worked hard to get this boat in the race today. They get their just desserts.
And a fine performance by Mark Tate and Winston Eagle, having to restart, come up to the pack to finish 2nd. Rookie Nate Brown comes into 3rd place after winning the last chance heat. Fine performance there. Steve David in the T Plus, been battered and bruised all day long. His boat is broken. It'll have to be repaired, but they do come home 6th. Now let's go down to the winner's circle and Dick Crippen.
Well, George, at the beginning of the race, I told a lot of fans, watch out for the Tide. He's been waiting for somebody to make a mistake all day long.
I'll tell you what, the Tide, we had a little bit of trouble in there at the beginning, and I'll tell you, just nothing but dedicated people made the Tide boat run. I could tell you that I had a lot of help from my crew, but we already know that, and I had a heck of a lot of help from the beach, because I'll tell you, all day long I've been hearing nothing about, don't worry about it, George. It's been tough, but we're rooting for you, and you can put them away, and I'll tell you what, they were right.
Well, for a win, Bill Worcester, I got to tell you, this is the kind of win you guys were hoping for.
Well, this is the greatest win we've ever had, and believe me, I'm so proud of my bunch of guys. You know, I can't speak, I'm all hoarse and yelling, but it's wonderful. And I got the greatest team in the sport. It's the greatest thing that ever happened to me.